Imagine a future, hundreds of years from now. What role do our actions today play in shaping that future? We're delving into the philosophy of long-termism, an approach that stresses the significance of our present actions on the distant future. It insists that the well-being of future generations holds moral weight and should be a key factor in our decisions today. A simple idea, yet profound in its implications. The future is vast, and every action we take today echoes into that vastness. Long-termism is not just a concept, it's a philosophy with several key elements. At its core, it underscores the immense scale of the future, arguing that the potential number of future people could vastly outnumber those alive today. This means that even small improvements we make now can have enormously amplified effects in the future. The philosophy also tackles neglectedness and tractability. It urges us to prioritize decisions that could have long-term effects, such as those related to global risks like climate change, pandemics, or societal stability. These are often overlooked in policymaking, despite their profound implications for the future. Long-termism extends moral consideration to all future individuals. It proposes that they deserve the same consideration as those currently alive. This shift requires us to re-evaluate our ethical frameworks, to consider the potential impacts on future lives, not just those immediately affected. Dealing with the future involves significant uncertainty. Long-termism encourages us to employ tools like probability estimates and risk assessments to make the best decisions despite these uncertainties. In terms of policy and innovation, long-termism might lead to support for sustainable development, technological safeguards, and innovations promising widespread long-term benefits. It's closely tied with utilitarian ideas, considering the broader impact of actions over time and across populations. Long-termism asks us to rethink our ethical frameworks, to consider not just the immediate impacts of our decisions, but the potential impacts on countless future lives. Like any philosophical approach, long-termism is not without its critiques and challenges. Perhaps its most compelling critique is the potential for undervaluing present suffering. When we focus on the future, do we risk neglecting the urgent needs of the present? Some critics argue that this is precisely the pitfall of long-termism, as it can appear to justify harmful near-term actions for speculative future benefits. Moreover, the difficulty of balancing immediate needs with future prospects presents a significant challenge. How do we ensure that our actions today don't jeopardize the well-being of future generations, while also addressing the pressing issues of our time? This is not an easy question to answer. It requires us to make complex judgments under conditions of uncertainty, factoring in risks and probabilities that are difficult to estimate. Navigating these tensions is a central challenge of long-termism, asking us to weigh the immediate and the distant future in our ethical considerations. So, how can we incorporate long-termism into our own decision-making processes? To embrace a long-termist perspective, we need to think beyond the immediate and visible outcomes of our actions. This might mean supporting policies that promote sustainable development, technological safeguards, and innovations promising long-term benefits on a larger scale. It could also involve prioritizing resources to address global risks such as climate change, pandemics, and artificial intelligence, which have profound implications for the long-term future. On a personal level, it means rethinking our daily choices and their future impact. From the products we buy to the ways we consume energy, each decision becomes an opportunity to consider the long-term consequences. It's about expanding our moral consideration to include future individuals, recognizing that they deserve the same consideration as those alive today. This shift challenges us to rethink our ethical frameworks, to make decisions not just for the here and now, but for the generations yet to come. The future is ours to shape. The decisions we make today ripple into the future, affecting generations yet to come. So ask yourself, how will your actions today influence the world of tomorrow?